What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. We got a psych talk for you today. If you don't know me, my name's Jack, otherwise known as JJ Futures. And I trade futures every single day. I trade the NASDAQ, and I've been trading for about 4.5 years, and now I teach people how to trade my strategy, psychology, risk management, the whole thing, day trading online. So I think what a lot of people get wrong about trading is they think that it's a more like complicated technical thing and stuff like that. But the truth is you could learn a strategy very, very easily online, self-teach, anything. Like people are scared away by trading because of the technicals and the difficulty behind learning, the charts, and it looks complicated. But the truth is that couldn't be a more simple aspect of trading. The truly difficult part of trading is the psychology. And so, this video is tailored more towards those traders who are break even or red, but have the technicals figured out. You know exactly what you're looking for when you go onto the day. You're not still watching videos trying to learn, what different parts of your strategy mean, what a fair value gap is, if you trade ICT, everything like that. It's more for those guys and girls who are stuck in that spot where they're like, I know what's going on, but I'm not executing. I'm not applying. Why is this happening? And the true reason is it's you versus you. I know you've heard that 1,000 times, but you really need to ask yourself, how bad do you want it? Do you really want this? And what this is, that's such a broad sentence that can be asked to anybody in any life, whether it be trading or your dream job or a business you're starting in general, or even a bench press PR. How bad do you want it? Are you going to show up to the gym every single day? Are you going to not skip a chest day? Are you going to eat your protein? Are you going to eat your food to gain your weight, to get stronger and heavier? And the same thing goes with trading. If you know what you're looking for technically, you know exactly what's going on, and the only thing stopping you is execution, the you versus you part of it, and you can't do that, then you don't want it bad enough. Like, if you're too stuck on, let me get a Lambo, let me live in Miami, let me get this dream girl, this dream house, this dream lifestyle, or even if you're not all about the flashy shit and you're just like, let me live on my own in the middle of the mountains, trading full time, so I don't have to go and clock in a 9 to 5. I don't need to be around people, stuff like that. Or even anywhere in the middle. Whatever lifestyle you want, most people join trading because they want money and they want freedom. They don't want to work that 9 to 5. They don't want that structured lifestyle. And they want, just money that can make them happy. You could scale trading to millions of dollars a year. You literally can. Look at Umar Ashraf, if you guys know that guy. Makes millions of dollars a month. And the thing is, trading, as I said, is a you versus you game. But if you know exactly what you're looking for when you go into the markets, like if you back test your strategy and you know for a fact you have a proven edge, but you're not profitable, there's two possible reasons. One, you have an execution problem. Maybe you really just are doing the shit wrong. Maybe you're like rushing in, you're not seeing other fair value gaps on different time frames. You're not getting the draw and liquidity right. Or two, it's a psychology problem where you're hesitant, or you over risk, over leverage, or you over trade, or you lose and you can't handle it. So once again, let me ask you, do you want this shit bad enough? If you really, really, really want that dream life that you go to bed thinking about, that you pray to God or whatever every single night, I really need to make this work. I know I'm going to make this work. It will work. People do it. There are people all over the internet, who make thousands or millions of dollars trading every single year. And there are people who literally do not even have social media. I've talked to people online, on Discord and stuff like that, who don't have an Instagram, don't have a Snapchat, and are calmly making anywhere from 30 to 200K a month. Those are the people I've talked to. Without any socials, nobody knows who they are, and they're just living their dream life, trading full-time, financial freedom, time freedom, everything like that. So, it works. And your strategy works, assuming you backtest it, you understand the technicals, everything like that. But you can't stop yourself from getting too excited and too greedy about that lifestyle. Why is that? It's just because you don't want it badly enough. You want it so bad that you're becoming a version of yourself that isn't reality. Let me repeat that. You want this life so bad, that's so different from yours, that you're acting outside of yourself. Because the true self, the true person, is going to be able to follow their rules and do what it takes to get to that lifestyle. But because you're acting out of greed, you're acting out of these irrational emotions that are taking you away from your true self, you're never going to be able to get to that point. You need to actually lock in. And I'm not saying lock in as in, oh my God, go and back test 20 hours right now, because you don't need that. You need to actually step back, sit with yourself and think, fuck, the only way I'm going to make this happen is if I stop caring about getting that goal and instead focus on actually executing psychologically and technically. Get on every single day, execute your edge that has been statistically proven, and do the right shit without breaking your rules. For me, I have a couple rules. One rule is I only trade once a day, all right? Another rule is that I only risk a specific amount. So on prop firm 50Ks, I risk like 250 to 350 per account per trade. I do not risk any more than that. I do not risk any less than that. And I take my trade. If it's a loss, I get off. If it's a win, I get off. If it's a break even, I'll assess price action for the day. If it's trash, I'll get off. If it's good, I'll look for another opportunity. So for me, if like the only way that I could possibly fail, let's say I'm risking, 250, right? That means it'll take me 8 trades on a 50K to blow it in a row of losing. Statistically, my win rate with a 1-to-1 RR is about 75. It's 80% over 109 trades. That's my back test. I back tested 109 trades with this strategy all of this year and some of 2024. And that's the statistics on it. And there are other people online, because it's a pretty popular strategy, that have back tested multiple years, like 4 years, 700 plus trades, and they have gotten similar results, about 75 to 80. And that's with higher RRs, actually. I just like the 1-to-1. But statistically, the probability is completely on your side. And the way that you need to think about every single win and every single loss is that, okay, I executed my strategy. Like, this is a trade that is part of my strategy. And the win happened, okay, that's the winning side of my strategy. And the loss happened, that's the winning or the losing side of the probability of my strategy. Probability has wins and losses, dude. If you flip a fucking coin, it's not going to go heads, tails, heads, tails, heads, tails, heads, tails every single time, right? It's 50-50, but that's not how it's going to work. If you have a 70% win rate, you're not going to get, okay, 7 trades in a row, time to lose my next 3. No, it's going to happen in waves, all right? You need to be able to calmly understand, accept the risk that you're putting on the table. That's why I always tell people, go conservative, go slow. If you're trying to build a prop account or multiple prop accounts, why the fuck are you risking $1,000 a day per account on an account with 2,000 drawdown? You're gonna fucking blow it. Especially because let's say you lose that 1,000 and you're like, oh man, now I'm already halfway to blowing it. Now I gotta make money back. And that's how it starts. You start bullshitting, you start taking other trades to get this money back. And I think it all goes back to the beginning, right? So what does every influencer and mentor tell you? Figure out the technicals, paper trade, and then buy your first prop account and scale it. So let me ask you something. I've literally met every person ever is profitable as fuck on paper trading, and then they go and they blow hella accounts, and then they start their real journey to profitability. Why is it that if you told me to go, or if I told you, my bad, to go and trade on paper for 4 weeks, that you would have profitable statistics, your account would be up. But if I told you to do that same thing on a prop account, you probably would blow it. Why is that? Is that because of the statistics of the strategy? Is that because your edge didn't play out? No, it's fully mental. I literally could give someone an 80% win rate strategy, and I say this because I do, and they'll blow their account or they'll lose money over time. Why is that? Why is it because of the math? No, it's because of them. It's fully on them. It's a you versus you game, and that always circles back to, do you fucking want this badly enough? Because you know what to do. If I gave you the paper trading account, you would bank on it. But the reason you don't want this badly enough is because you're too caught up in the end point. All right, you don't want to be good at trading bad enough. You just want to be rich. Everybody wants to be rich. I could pick out any person from the street and give them $10,000. It's going to be very rare that someone's going to be like, oh, dang it, he just gave me 10K. No, everybody loves money. We live in a capitalist society. The world runs on money. Everybody loves money. And if I give you money, you're going to appreciate it and you're going to be happy about it. So, like, you're no different for being like, damn, I really want this money and I really want this dream lifestyle, bro. Everybody wants that shit. It's, do you want trading badly enough? Is this what you want to do? Because the truth of the matter is you could probably get a corporate job if you're in a good college or if, you're a smart dude, or even if you're, good with your hands, and you go to trade school, you could do plumbing or, flooring, shit like roofing, whatever the hell, electrician, anything like that, and you can make pretty good money. But you probably are, if you're watching this video, I'm assuming you don't want to do either of those things. You probably want to trade or do some shit online full time. So, do you want trading badly enough that you enjoy the actual process of it, that you really want to make it work, that it's a skill that you're trying to master and learn and get better at? Or do you just want the result, the outcome? Because that's the reason why so few people actually succeed, not even just in trading, but in general. Everybody wants the outcome. Nobody wants the work. Nobody wants the lows. Nobody wants the hardships of running a business or starting your own business, anything like that. They just want the outcome. They see the outcome. They see the people with the Lambos and the dream life, and they're like, damn, I want that. And then they get themselves into it, and then all of a sudden, it's not worth it. Oh, man, maybe something else will get me rich quick. No, literally nothing will get you rich quick. If you are like me, you probably have, like, I probably have people ask me to teach them how to trade, like, almost every week, like multiple people every week. Yo, bro, put me on. That shit's bro, I've been trying to get into trading. No way. Yo, you should teach me. No. The thing is, so many people will be like, bro, teach me. And then a week later, I'll send them some videos. I'll point them in the right direction. And then I never hear back. Why is that? Oh, man, this is a lot of work for this money. Like, I see the money you're making. This is way too much work. I got to find something else, something that's easier, something that I like more. They don't want it badly enough. They don't want to be good at trading. They just want money. They just want quick money. Like, if I could give you guys fucking, $100,000 each, like, I wouldn't do that shit, first of all. Second of all, you would probably be ecstatic, as I said. But what if I said, yo, like, you got to make your own $100,000 trading, or you could go and try to do it somewhere else. Like, there's going to be so many people that are like, okay, I got to make this $100,000. All right, let's go for a week, and then they're done. Oh, on to something else. Your shit's too hard. Anytime you face hardship, it's like you just give up. And that, honestly, it's the same exact thing. That paper trading thing, this beginner shit where you quit early, is the same exact mindset and the same type of mental battle that you're facing if you're a break-even or negative trader who knows what's going on. You are simply just not wanting it badly enough. You are in that mindset of, what is the outcome going to be? When am I going to get this lifestyle? This is taking too long, shit like that, instead of just enjoying the process. The reason why so many people cannot do this shit, like, I ask you to risk $250 per trade, right? Let's say you're on a top step 50K, right? So if you were to risk $250 per trade, I probably wouldn't advise taking a payout until you were about up like 3,000, let's say 3,000, right? Or 4,000 probably, so you could take out 2K. So how many winning trades is 4,000? That would be 16 winning trades, I think. Yeah, because 4 for 1,000. Yeah, so plus 16 more wins than losses. That takes a while, bro. Like, that will take you, like, with my strategy, like 2 months, probably almost. So, and that's like 2 solid ass months of just, good setups, consistency, everything like that, getting on, executing without breaking your rules. That takes a while. Some people don't want to do that shit. Now, evals are different. You risk way more on evals. But getting a payout, one payout is 2 months of just no reward, just consistency. And a lot of people just don't want that. They're like, yo, can I just get there? You know what? Fuck 250. I'm going to risk 1,000. All right? And then instead of waiting 2 months, I could do it in a week. I could get this payout in a week. That's how you blow it. You get back to square one, and now all of a sudden you got to go and pass these accounts again and then work up to a payout. So you just set yourself back because you were too focused on the outcome. Fuck the outcome. You are too focused on that shit, and that's what keeps cooking you, and it's going to keep cooking you every single time. So I'm going to wrap this up just by saying, you haven't changed. If you're going through this, you haven't changed from the person you were at the beginning, and you need to. If you want to be a profitable trader, you have to think unlike everyone else. There's a reason why 95% of traders fail. It's because they think like 95% of people. You have to be in that top 5%, even that top 1% of thinking in both trading and life in general in order to make that type of money. So that's my TED Talk. Simply put, there's a reason you paper trade and make money and then you go to a PA or an eval and you don't. There's a reason why you can't, succeed even though you know exactly how, you know your edge, you know how to execute, everything like that. It's simply because you're not patient enough. And you know how to execute, but you're too focused on the outcome. Detached, law of detachment. If you're religious, trust in God's plan. If you're not religious, trust in your probability and your statistics to lead you to the promised land. Execute over time, trust your strat, and remember, if you can't do that, if you can't trust your strategy and probability, everything like that, if you cannot trust proven numbers that you spent hours getting that data and all those backtesting strategies, all those statistics built up, all that money you saw come and go, if you cannot trust that, then you just don't want it badly enough. All right, have a good one.